One day, cricket was never the same after these knocks. 5 innings that redefined what it means to explode from ball 1. From 16-ball insanity to era-shifting power plays, these are the fastest ODI 50s ever recorded. In ODIs, the undisputed king of quick scoring is A.B. de Villiers, whose 16-ball 50 against West Indies in 2015 still stands as the format's benchmark. This came during his legendary 149 off 44 balls, where he also claimed the fastest ODI century record, 31 balls. The pure innovation in de Villiers' batting, reverse sweeps, scoops, and conventional shots executed with perfect technique made him impossible to bowl to. Let's put this innings in statistical context. De Villiers came in with South Africa already in a strong position at 247 for 1 in the 39th over. What followed was nearly impossible to comprehend. He scored 149 runs from just 44 balls, with 9 fours and 16 sixes, at a strike rate of 338.63. Against Jason Holder alone, he scored 76 runs from just 21 balls, the most ever scored by a batsman against a single bowler in an ODI match. The probability calculations are staggering. For a batsman to sustain such a strike rate over 44 balls defies conventional cricket analytics. CricViz's expected runs model would predict a maximum strike rate of around 200 for even the best batsmen in the death overs, meaning de Villiers exceeded expected performance by nearly 70%. The wider impact was profound. This innings helped South Africa post 439 for 2, their highest ever ODI total at the time. It also demonstrated how batting analytics were being rewritten. De Villiers' 360-degree batting approach literally required fielding captains to protect all parts of the boundary simultaneously, an impossible task. Many cricket analysts now divide limited overs batting into 2 eras, before and after this de Villiers innings. The revolutionary Sanath Jayasuriya takes second place with his 17-ball 50 against Pakistan in 1996. This wasn't just a quick innings, it was a paradigm shift in how cricket was played. Before Jayasuriya, the first 15 overs of an ODI were about cautious accumulation. After him, they became an opportunity for assault. The match statistics tell only part of the story. Jayasuriya finished with 76 from 28 balls, striking at 271.42 with 8 fours and 5 sixes. What's more remarkable is that this came against a Pakistan attack featuring Waqar Younis and Saqlain Mushtaq, 2 of the finest bowlers of that era. The probability of scoring at such a rate against bowlers of that caliber using 1990s bat technology was minuscule. Context matters enormously here. This performance came during Sri Lanka's golden era, helping establish them as a cricket superpower, despite limited resources. Sri Lanka would go on to win the 1996 World Cup, using the template Jayasuriya established. Attack relentlessly in the early overs, often reaching 100 by the 15-over mark, when other teams would be at 60 to 70. The long-term impact cannot be overstated. Every major team soon appointed a pinch hitter to emulate Jayasuriya's approach. ODI scoring rates increased by nearly a run per over in the 5 years following his emergence. Modern power hitting in the first power play has its roots in Jayasuriya's revolutionary approach. When we see teams regularly scoring 350+ today, we're witnessing Jayasuriya's cricketing descendants. Sri Lanka's Kusal Pereira occupies the 3rd spot, also reaching his 50 in 17 balls, continuing his country's tradition of producing unorthodox yet effective batsmen. Standing at just 5 feet 6 inches, Pereira defied his small stature with tremendous bat speed and incredible timing. This record equaling 50 came against Pakistan in 2015, with Pereira finishing on 68 from 25 balls with 4 fours and 6 sixes. What makes this performance special is the biomechanical marvel it represents. Generating such power from a small frame defies conventional physics. Pereira compensates for his lack of height with extraordinary bat speed and perfect timing. Biomechanical analysis shows his bat speed at impact exceeds 80 miles per hour, comparable to much larger batsmen. The statistical probability of a batsman of Pereira's stature hitting so many sixes is extremely low. His six hitting percentage, 24% of all balls faced in this innings, would be impressive for a player a foot taller. This demonstrates that in cricket, technique and timing can overcome physical limitations. Pereira's achievement is even more significant, considering he was continuing the legacy of his idol, Jayasuriya. Their similar left-handed, bottom-handed techniques highlight how cricket skills can be passed down through generations. Pereira's ability to generate power despite his size shows that timing and technique can be just as valuable as physical strength, an important lesson for young cricketers who might lack height or natural power. At number 4 is New Zealand's Martin Guptill with his 17-ball 50. Guptill's extraordinary hand-eye coordination and pure striking ability made him one of the most dangerous openers in ODI cricket. His technique combined traditional power hitting with modern innovation, using height and leverage to clear boundaries consistently. Guptill's 50 came against Sri Lanka in 2015 during a 46-ball century, finishing with 8 fours and 11 sixes in his 93-ball 138. The remarkable aspect was his consistency of striking. His straight drives regularly traveled over 90 meters, a distance most batsmen achieve only with their absolute best connection. Biomechanically, Guptill presents a fascinating study. At 6 feet 2 inches, he generates enormous leverage, with kinetic chain analysis showing his power comes from perfect synchronization between hip rotation, shoulder turn, and wrist snap. This allows him to hit with the grain of the bat more consistently than most batsmen. The wider impact of Guptill's batting was on New Zealand's cricket renaissance under Brendan McCullum. This aggressive approach took them to the 2015 World Cup final, with Guptill scoring an unbeaten 237 against West Indies in the quarterfinal, the highest individual score in World Cup history. What set Guptill apart was his ability to hit straight down the ground with minimal risk, maximizing his scoring zones while maintaining a relatively low chance of dismissal. A perfect balance of aggression and percentage cricket. Completing our ODI list is England's Liam Livingstone, who hammered a 17-ball half-century against the Netherlands in 2022. Of his 54 runs, an incredible 50 came exclusively from boundaries, 5 fours and 5 sixes. Livingstone finished with 66 from 22 balls, helping England post a world record 498 for 4. The statistical rarity here is extraordinary. Scoring 50 of your first 54 runs in boundaries represents a boundary percentage of 92.6%, among the highest ever recorded in international cricket. For context, the average boundary percentage in ODIs is around 50 to 60% even for aggressive batsmen. Livingstone's franchise cricket background translated perfectly to the international arena. Data analysis shows that his experience in T20 leagues worldwide helped develop his six-hitting ability against specific types of bowling, particularly his proficiency against spin, where his six-hitting percentage exceeds 20%, double the international average. His fearless approach symbolizes England's white ball revolution under Ian Morgan, which transformed them from conservative underachievers to the most aggressive batting unit in world cricket. Between 2015 and 2022, England's batting strike rate increased by over 20%, representing the most dramatic tactical shift by any team in ODI history. Livingstone's ability to hit sixes with minimal backlift defied conventional batting mechanics and represents the cutting edge of modern power hitting. What these 5 ODI innings show us is the sheer diversity of dominance. There's no single way to destroy a bowling attack. Whether it's A.B. de Villiers' 360-degree innovation, Jayasuriya's era-defining aggression, or Livingstone's modern power hitting, each batter carved their name into history with a style completely their own. We saw legends like Jayasuriya change how an entire format was played. We saw Guptill and Pereira use contrasting builds to achieve the same explosive results. And we witnessed how England's fearless generation, led by players like Livingstone, has taken white ball cricket to unimaginable heights. These aren't just fast 50s, they're cricketing revolutions in miniature. Every shot, every stat, every improbable moment reminds us of how far ODI cricket has come and how far it still can go. So tell us, which one of these innings blew your mind the most? And who do you think could be the next to rewrite the ODI record books? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Cricket Collective for more breakdowns, brilliance, and the boldest moments in cricket history. Because these innings, they're not just records, they're reminders of how magical one-day cricket can still be.